All good visits to France start with a little mishap at the tunnel, where I had to reverse because I nearly took the wind mirror off. I know, I can hear you all now. Woman driver. If you're thinking of travelling down to the southwest of France, hopefully this set of vlogs will help you in planning your journey. Join me on the first stage of the journey, where I travel from Calais down to Biscarosse over 2 nights. Hello, I'm Jo. Now, it's been a tough few years for us all, but throw in my rapidly depleting hormones and you'll soon realise why John packs me off most weekends with a bottle of wine and sends me on my way. But apart from that, I'll take you on lots of adventures and journeys around the UK and Europe. So to join me in the future, remember to hit that subscribe button. We had a great night's stay last night at Canterbury Park and Ride. Definitely one to recommend, although I probably shouldn't be recommending it because obviously now the next time we go, there won't be any space. But anyway, I'm that kind of person. On this occasion, we arrived at the tunnel. We couldn't get an earlier train. It was June, so we just had to go with the tunnel that we had booked. But luckily for us, we hadn't had to pay for the tunnel, Tesco's did. I'd used my Tesco points for a freebie on this occasion. Good morning from the Eurotunnel car park. But what is going on? I don't know if you can see behind me. Look at all of that. There's loads of work going on. So you can see down there's the one-way signs. That's normally where you would drive to get onto the tunnel. To be fair, the tunnel staff are very... It's supposed to be nice weather today. Tunnel staff have been fab. Now, last night we had a fab stopover at Canterbury Park and Ride. It was £8 because it's £4 up to midnight and £4 after. Now, we arrived at 11 p.m. because we had a drive down after work. But honestly, that's a game changer. Driving down after work, it took us about an hour less than what it normally would because of the traffic. We actually drove over the Queen Elizabeth Bridge, or the Dartford Bridge as it's known, at probably about 40 miles an hour. We've not done that on the last 2 journeys over. So yeah, let's go to France. Assuming the board's changed. So it's a lunch break. We've just got south of Rouen and we've found this little place. Now I want to call it Ouissel, Ouissel. It's about 20 degrees, the weather's gorgeous, little air. It's 2 spaces, but just for the 10 minutes I'm here I've taken up 2 spaces. but there's water. Cute little town, and even better is this beautiful view over the river. I wonder if that's come from Honfleur.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's a similar style to the one that was in Honfleur, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
The Botticelli.
The Botticelli. So it's the Loire, but is it the Loire with an E or without an E?
It's with an E.
Oh, so it is the Loire.
I need to check out my new app. Yeah, the next review down also says it's the same.
It's the same. It's not the Loire, which would make sense that it goes from Honfleur to Paris. That boat will be going to Paris. There you go. Should we go for a walk?
Yeah.
Get some fresh air?
Sounds like a plan.
This is what I love about France. Stunning little villages. If you are relying on Google Maps for when you tour in France, just be really careful, because this is where it tried to take me down. So although I've called it Ouissel, it's actually Ouissel, Ouissel, it's the same. A nice little kebab shop if you want some dinner, burgers, and as John says, kebabs and tabs. It's not my humour, honestly. It's all his. I can't even take credit. Now, this place we only found because John, for the first time today, opened the app Search for Sites, and this was the training that we did on the way, was to find somewhere to stop for lunch. I think this is 10 out of 10.
That means it's all downhill. Can't improve on the first stop with 2 parking spots.
Yeah, it's alright if I say an 8 because
room for improvement.
Because the boulangerie was shut, but yeah, we haven't done our shopping yet. We're going to do a couple more hours driving, try and get south of Le Mans, because although you could say it's really well timed. Le Mans is actually on this weekend, the 24-hour Le Mans, and we've seen some impressive cars on the way. I haven't managed to capture any because the GoPro don't quite pick them up. No, the GoPro, you know what I mean, action camera thing, DJI. It don't pick up, but yeah, some crackers speeding past. And this is typical of your services. So you can see there one jeton, which if you're going to buy jetons, buy loads. So we've got some in the van already. You get 10 minutes of drinking water and 55 minutes of electricity. You've got an Elson Point, but right next to the park up. Now, I'm not going to lie, I knew this was going to be a long journey. We'd so far managed about 5.5 hours driving, 6 hours driving from the tunnel. Because we're limited to 2 weeks off work at a time, we did on this occasion use the toll roads. Now, to get down from Calais to just south of Poitiers, where we stopped off, it cost us around €60. And John was on his A game for finding our nighttime park up. I'd originally planned for us to stop at the aire at Vivonne, but as we drove past there was a lot of work going on in the town centre, and he'd managed to find this little park up a little bit further on for €7 a night. I didn't know what to expect. Good morning from France. It's warm, hence the reason the David Beckham headbands are out, but needs must. Being quiet because it's only 8 a.m. on the campsite. No, it's not a campsite, it's an aire, and it was amazing. It's so quiet. I think we were in bed for 9 o'clock. But €7 with electricity hookup, and it's in the middle of nowhere. So it's Chateau Larcher. Chateau Larcher. Larcher. Chateau Larcher. And €7. Just south of Poitiers. Just south of Poitiers. And it's a great stop off. We've got about 3 hours now to get to Bordeaux. Probably about 4 to where we're going. But I'll show you around Chateau Larcher. Oh, and by the way, the bread van's due to arrive at 9:15, so we won't be long. Oh, I could have cooled my feet down in here last night. Look at how pink they are. You can probably just see the air through there. Look, there's a few camper vans way up at the other end. I don't think the video will be picking it up, but those stained glass windows are stunning. But that is old. This is some kind of like amphitheatre. Do your best Hamlet. Do your best Hamlet. Hamlet impression. He has the skull on his hand, doesn't he? Is it to be or not to be? That is the question. Oh. Anybody knows Hamlet? Let us know in the comments. Look at that for a bin store. We've just missed out. 16th next week we could have watched La Gabachas de la Cumbia. So I've just used my GCSE French again. I've asked the lady who's here, and it is free entry into the castle as well, so we're going to have a look round because I remembered the word for free. And I asked how much it was for a ticket to entry. I'm so impressed with myself. I get better all the time. Yeah. like to live here. This one, this exact one, it's got a palm tree in the garden. I could put my plastic blow up hot tub in there and drink my cheap carver. And this is a really happy place to visit. It's called the Death Lantern. And it's a cemetery. That big tower in the middle is the Death Lantern. There's John taking a picture of a goalpost. He does love his football. That's why I tend to solo travel most weekends, because John don't go anywhere in case he misses out a reception and misses a Man U game or a Hearts game. I mean, God forbid. And then an entire lake for a dip. Nah, too many fish in that.
Oh yeah, it's a fishing lake.
Yeah, it is, it's a fishing lake.
You don't have to go anywhere today, you can get a fishing permit for the day if you want.
No, you're right. Make the van smell. Can you remember the old days where, with the caravan, when we used to take Lucy crabbing, and she'd bring it all back, or she'd pick shells up and she'd bring it all back to the van. Oh my God, it honked. I think we've woken the ducks up in the reeds. Sorry, ducks. So if you're wondering what an Axi card can get you for €17, it's a lakeside pitch in Biscarosse. So you all know, oh there's John, look, getting ready, you all know how much I love a swim. Here goes. Oh, believe me, in this temperature, that is good. Now, I'm going to get John to put the camera back and I'm going to enjoy a swim.
Wave.
Good morning, and from camping Navarros at Biscarosse, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it's just south of Biscarosse. We had a great night's sleep last night on our pitch. Again, this is an Axi site. Right, okay, and apologies for the Monica hair going on. And when I say Monica hair, I'm referring to Monica out of Friends. Literally the minute I go abroad. Which is why I need electric sometimes, just to get the old straighteners out. But I'll show you a bit more around. And this was our pitch. €17. We sat and had a barbecue last night. We had a game of mulkey. Didn't do any recording, I was knackered. It was 2 days of heavy driving to get here. It took us 15 hours. Had a great dip on the beach in the lake last night. Watched the boats take off from this little port. And last night, just as we were getting ready to go to bed, finishing off our glass of wine at about 9:15, loads of people started emerging out of the campsite and heading into this area behind us. And then all of a sudden, there was this massive there was this massive tournament of people playing pétanque, bowls. Now we've got a set, but we chose to play mulkey, and maybe I'll video what mulkey is a little bit later, but it's one of our favourite games. So yeah, the entertainment complex is over there. They had like an entertainment half an hour for the kids, but I'd thoroughly recommend this campsite. I don't know if it'll pick it up in this video, but just there's a wader. So this campsite does also have a full shower block, toilets, service access points. We've gone for a lakeside pitch. There's a much bigger area around at the back of the campsite. Ooh, cocktails. Oh yeah, nice little bar area. Pizza and snacks. I did see people actually walking around the campsite last night with pizza takeaway boxes, but I didn't really know where they were getting them from. I said to John, I think they were going to the campsite next door, but why would they? So let's go and see. Oh, there's the toilet block. This is just a toilet block, that's not shower block. The shower block's further round. Tennis courts, inflatables, basketball court, petanque. This is the petanque area, and you'll probably be able to just see in the background our pitch. Oh yeah, there she is. So from here you can hire paddle boards, canoes, and a paddle board for one day is €45, which actually is Scarborough. I think that's for 2 hours, about £40. So it's quite decent value as well. And I do believe that might be a floating table. I wonder if that's for rent or if that's an activity that they take you out on. That's ace. We did have a drive around Biscarosse yesterday, the town. The aire we've really struggled to get into because it's at the end of a one-way street but at the wrong end. But Biscarosse is quite a modern town. There's loads of eating places. There is an aire as well. There's no services at that aire. There's just parking. I think it's 10 spots. And the hookup was well needed for that fan. It was a warm one last night.